Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at another 1/6 scale figure. As you guys can see here, it's John Wick from Hot Toys Collectibles. This figure was released back in 2018, I want to say. It's either 2018. I'll look at the box a little bit more. I'm sorry. On my paper, because I have everything written down as far as the intros go. And it looks like an 18, and it does look like a 6, so I don't know if it's a 6 or an 18. As far as I know, give me 1 second. I'll find it on here. I'll give you guys a for sure ski here in a little bit. And I'm sorry, this was from John Wick Chapter 2. So yeah, this is actually a great box, actually. Very, very nice box. Very nicely detailed, very subtle. There's no extra stuff going on like some of the there's a little scratch right there in the box already, like some of the Jokers and the Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. There's just so much going on. This just says, you know, simple and subtle John Wick, 1/6 scale, and then just blue box. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the box off this turntable here, turn this off, and plug it, put it to the side here. I'm going to set this to the side here for now, and set this to the side as well. And okay, so yeah, like I said, there's really not much going on in this box here. There's just a nice little border design all the way around it, and then just right here is where you really get the, you know, nice design. It's actually kind of sticking out a little bit, so you can feel it. It says John Wick, 1/6 scale collectible figure, MMS 504, and then it says Hot Toys down here, and I believe it says Movie Masterpiece down here as well. Now, as far as the side goes, I believe both sides are the same. You got some nice, you know, detail right here, and this is also sticking out right here as well. And then it says MMS 504 with John Wick right there as well. The back, like I said, both sides are the same. The back here are just, you know, the warnings, the choke hazards, John Wick, the copyright. Now, before I go any further, produced by Hot Toys Limited. Okay. Official Hot Toys, okay. Oh, I apologize. 2019, actually. So I was actually right about that. It wasn't 2018, it was 2019. So yeah, Lionsgate 2019 Summit. That doesn't sound right, though. If you guys really don't mind, I'm gonna try to look this up. It won't take me that long. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. It just doesn't seem right. 2019 does not seem right whatsoever. And so I'm actually going to look that up, and it won't take me that long to look it up because I already have it going right here. I just got to press on this button. No, not Sideshow. Yeah, Sideshow right here. So where I get most of my figures is called Sideshow Collectibles. That's where I get most of my 1/6 scale figures. Most of my other figures, like the 7-inch figures, I get from Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not getting paid, you know, for, you know, to put it out there like that. That's just where I get my stuff from. Everything else that I can't buy is on eBay. If I can't find it on Sideshow Collectibles or Big Bad Toy Store. Yeah, see, on Sideshow Collectibles, when I got it on, you know, off of them, it says 2018, but right here it says 2019. And just so you guys know, I'm not talking, you know, any. Hold on here. I don't know if you guys can see. It's kind of blurry right there. But it says 2019 right here. And then on my phone here, Jesus. Here. Yeah, there you go. 2018 Sideshow Collectibles, right where I got it. So I don't know which ones. I mean, you kind of want to go off the box then, maybe? I don't know. That's a little bit weird to me. We'll call it 2018, quote 2019. So what we're going to do next is take the shell off the box. And this, again, is not like the other ones where there's like a little, you know, thing right here. This is actually, you see the box and everything it comes with right here. And as you can see here, it came with a lot of stuff. It really did come with a lot of stuff. I mean, I think I only have like one weapon on the figure and like a little box that I have him with, but everything else, it's still in the box. And as far as the box goes, give me 1 second. Excuse me. As far as the box goes, there we go. I just had to open it from the top here. My light box is not big, or yeah, my light box is not big enough for it. So there we go. It came with this, and this was behind this. And I believe this is just, which we'll go into. This is just a backdrop for it, which we're going to put that to the side for now. And this is everything. This is how it comes right here. You got this big piece with some tape right here, and then you open this to get the figure out. So I already have the figure out. I was, you know, kind of playing around with them. Not really playing as like a toy, but kind of playing around them, checking them out, see the do's and don'ts. When I say there is instructions on the next part, there is instructions right here. They're always taped up. I don't like taking them off because they're so annoying to put back on. So anyway, we're gonna move this now. What we're gonna do next now is get the figure, get him on a turntable, and just get a good 360 view of the figure. Alrighty, folks. So here he is, John Wick in his black suit. You know, from like from the John Wick 2 movie. I gotta say this John Wick is just so amazing to me. The head sculpt on it, which we'll go over every detail of the figure here shortly, but this head sculpt of the figure, it really looks like, you know, to me it looks like Keanu Reeves. This one though, like the Punisher one I did though, the 1/6 scale Punisher I did, his this head sculpt has a few cuts to him, you know, and like the rest of his suit doesn't look that, you know, that worn, that bloody, that tore up. His knuckles, his hands don't look dirty, but yeah, he has a few, you know, scars, or not even scars, but blood marks on his face where, you know, wouldn't you like a clean cut, you know, clean looking head sculpt on it, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my biggest gripe on this. Also, this figure comes with a lot of those little buttons right here, as you can see here. You'll get a closer look later on, but those things are the worst. They fall off so quickly. I've already had 2 of them fall off before, and just putting him between, you know, I didn't even, as I'm moving him from between my light, I guess my display cabinet to the table to inside right here, 2 more just fell off. And the good thing is, I kept them right here, because what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to try to super glue them back on, and that's how you put them back on there. You pretty much just have to super glue them back on, and, you know, hopefully stay. And with the super glue, you got to be very extra careful, because if you put too much super glue, it's gonna kind of go away, like it's gonna kind of go out, and then it's just gonna ruin it even more. So it's a small dab of it. But anyway, so here's a good 360 view of the figure. What we're gonna do next now is we're going to take the figures off this turntable, and we're just going to take a look at everything that this figure comes with. Alrighty, folks, as you can see here, he does come with quite a few things. I don't know if you guys remember me doing the review for the I believe it was the Mezco 112 deluxe set of the John Wick 2, and he came with an assortment of things. And yeah, so you get that again here. Like I said, he does come with the instruction booklet, which I showed you guys in the previous segment. And now, like I said, it does come with this, which, if you guys remember, this is like kind of like the catacombs that he goes after. He goes in and he doesn't really kill the sister of that one guy that, I don't remember his name, but there's this guy that asked John Wick to kill his sister from the Blood Oath, and he doesn't really kill him because she kills herself. But then he shoots her, you know, to confirm that she's dead. After that, he gets chased by Common, which is Cassian's character. And he goes down in the catacombs, and this is where you see this stuff, right? So this is kind of like the little thing that they give you for the backdrop. You know, it's blue. I haven't even took it out of it. Like I explained to you guys before, it just doesn't fit in my display case. It does, but the way I have it set up, it wouldn't. The way I have mine set up, I have 3 per display shelf, and if I were to put that in there, you would only be able to do 2, and 2 tightly, almost staggered, like not even side by side. So let's keep moving forward, because I don't want this to be a long part of the video, because as you guys can see here, there is quite a bit of stuff here. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is this stand itself. It does come with the, I don't know what to call it, but I call it the crotch stand because it goes in between his crotch. Now this is actually more of a hexagonal stand instead of the rectangular one that you guys been seeing from like the Punisher one that I did, and the Joker, Harley Quinn, Batman. Those ones are all like rectangular ones. This is more of a hexagonal looking one. Looks like a stop sign shape. I don't know if that's what it's called, but there you go again. You got the Blood Oath, pretty much what it looks like right there, I believe. This one actually doesn't have it, but this is pretty much what the Blood Oath is supposed to look like. There it is. You can kind of see it on this. So they got the what it's supposed to look like right there, and then this is John Wick right there. And setting that aside, so Jesus, where to get started from? Okay, so looking at his hands, all the hands. Let's look at this one because it's the one that's most open. Looking at his hands, you know what? Let's do this. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna look at this one because it's the most open. Now, as you can see here, I do believe they put a little bit of paint detail on the hands because, if they were just to cast it in this color, it would have been just a plain color, but you can see like the details in the hand and then the top of the hand as well. And so they did a very good job with the detail at this hand. They're all the same, so I'm not going to go over them. All the left hands do have the silver ring on them, so I do believe this is the only hand that's open like this. Yeah, I think I'm looking at the figure now. His other one, no. Okay, so this is the only one that's actually open like this for some reason. There's a fist one. Yeah, hold on. Okay, there's one closed fist one. There you go. There's one, I think this one's to hold a pencil, and I'll show you guys that later. And another one that's like this as well. This one's just a little bit wider. I do believe the one that I have on the figure now, there's one with the trigger finger that's opposite of this hand. And the other hand is actually like this. It's kind of open, kind of not doing much, kind of like a relaxed one. So there's always two right there. And then this one is also like holding something. I'm not too sure what it's doing, but it's holding something right there. And same with this one. These are actually both of the same. These are probably, it's either a gun or like, oh, you know what? It's actually like holding the front of it. Holding the front of the, I'll show you. These front hands are probably to hold, you got the trigger finger and then you got this right here to hold these. So anyway, going forward, you got the pegs for the hands, like always. The things I was just telling you that always come off, they send you new ones or extras because they know they're going to fall off. So there you go. So throughout the movie, there's a whole bunch of gold coins. So he gets the gold coins, which these are not that good looking. I mean, you can see the print right there in the front. It's supposed to be, let me see. I actually got one right here. This is not from this character. I got this from something completely different. But as you can see here, it's supposed to be like this lion with the sun in the background. And then, I think it's like somebody sitting down with some like flowers right here. Not even flowers, something right there, right? Like somebody sitting down on the chair. That's what they're supposed to look like. And if you look at these, you can actually kind of see that. You can see the person sitting down. And then the other side, you can see the lines. So I do give them that they give it that much detail. You know what? Overall, I'm actually not mad at it. I think I'm just more mad at the casting because it looks really, really badly done. And then there's 3 of these. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then there's 5 singular coins. Let me see. I'm trying to see. This is the one of the lady. This is the side of the person sitting down. There you go. And then the other side is the lion. And they give you 5 singular of those coins as well. There we go. And then they give you the Blood Oath marker, which the Blood Oath marker, you can see like on his stand, the skull on there and everything. All the designs on it. Here's the back of it. These are all plastic. I'm sorry. These are all plastic. This one's the closed one of the Blood Oath marker. And this is the open side of the Blood Oath marker. And as you can see there inside, you can see his fingerprint of the Blood Oath. Very, very nice detail. There we go. Okay, now going on to some of the weapons. When he goes in, oh, I'm sorry. We all remember in the first movie how the main boss, the Russian boss, was talking about John Wick, and he once seen a guy, or he once seen John Wick kill 3 guys or 2 guys in the bar with a pencil. Well, he did it in this movie, and there's the pencil right there. And they actually did a very nice job with this pencil. It's kind of hard plastic, so it's not, it's not something you kind of want to be moving because it's probably going to break. But they did add a nice little pencil. You can see the eraser. Just a nice pencil. I mean, very nicely detailed. Set that to the side. So then we know when he goes to, when he finally gets to Rome, he goes gun shopping, I guess you can say. And, the guy in the back, he's like, I could recommend this gun. So the handgun that he recommends is the Glock. I believe, I actually have this written down because I actually did do my homework on this one. Sorry. This is the Glock. I want to say, give me a second. 34 Custom. Is that what it is? Actually, I think it's a Glock 26. It's either a Glock 26 or a Glock 34, but I believe the 34 is actually the smaller one. So I believe this is a Glock 26. The custom one, though. No, actually, you know what? This is the Glock 34 Custom. Okay, I was getting that confused. This is with the ported slide. Hey guys, I don't know why my camera just shut off right there. Not part right there, just kind of shut off. But anyway, it does say combat hand. So this is the one that he recommends. The slide does go back and forth. He does have the flared mag well. It does come with the magazine. It's not an extra magazine, but with the bullets right there, where it actually fits in there perfectly. You can see there. And I'm actually gonna pull this out so when I put it back, because I don't actually use this on the figure. So he does come with that. He comes with, I believe this is the Glock 26, which is a small one that he carries on the side, like, or on his, not his on his side, but on his on his back, or on his ankle or something. This one also does go back. It does also come with the extra magazine as well. It's not an extra one, but with a magazine. And then I do believe that guy, he recommends the Benelli M4, which is this is what it is right here. Very nicely detailed. You got the extra shotgun shell right here on the side. I don't believe it doesn't come out, but it gives you. I'll actually pick those up. But this does kind of go back and it goes forward. I do not know if you can actually no. So where you load the shells, this doesn't go down, and I wouldn't recommend trying to put those shells in here. So I'm just gonna not pull them in there. But overall, the paint detail on the Glock 34, the 26, and this, very nicely done. You can see it stick out very nice. It's very nicely done. The detail on it, the plastic detail on it, the casting of it, it's very just nicely done. Nicely done. Let's set it up here. It does come with 2 extra. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show because they're kind of tiny. Shotgun shells, which I don't know why they included these. I really don't, but hey, they're there. And then he does come with the AR-15. I believe this is called the Keltec. No, I'm sorry. The AR-15 TT1 TR1 Ultralight. That's what I actually, because I did my home, that's why I know exactly what it's called. But AR-15, the butt slide goes back and forth. He got a nice scope on it. I don't believe there's any other movable parts on it. No, there is not. He does come with a nice sling, as you can see there. The barrel of it's kind of loose. I don't know why. That's why I didn't use this on my figure to display him, because I feel like it's going to topple over and they're just going to break. But there you go. Very nicely detailed. The paint, there's not much paint to it, but the white right there, you can see the paint's really nicely done. I think it's just a stamp, honestly. It's not really paint. And then that's on both sides. The casting, like it says, casted from plastic. So most guns that are casted from, from plastic, they have the detail there. And as you can see there, you might not be able to pick it up. Let's get this camera kind of sucks. I'm sorry. But you can actually see where it says safe and fire. And then it does come with 2 magazines for that AR-15, and this is the one where you can actually put them in like this. Actually, I think it's actually like this, side by side. So as soon as you get done with one, you take it out and put the next one in. But it does come with the dual one. They're both. You can see the bullets in there, and you can see the little stamp of. I'm gonna get a closer view. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure what that's. It's a little bit too small. So it does come with those. Now, when he says dessert, when he's doing that, he shows him this knife, which I'm not too sure what knife this is, but it's the one where you can, it has a trigger right here where you can push it forward and it slides out, but you pull it back and it goes back. Very nicely detailed. You can see that it's actually chromish silver and it's not just gray. Handles nicely black. You know, there you go, where, you know, it hangs, you can, you know, clip it on your pocket. So nicely right there. I don't remember where he gets this gun from in the movie. I know he does use it. Actually, I think he uses it in the first movie when he goes after Vigo, the Russian mob boss, and he gets on top of his SUV. He starts shooting this into the windshield, and this is called a Caltech KSG shotgun. So I don't know if he uses it in this movie or not. I might be mistaken. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm mistaken or not. But there it is. Very nicely detailed and painted as well, because if you actually can see, it's not all black. There's actually kind of like a grayish silver right here, almost like the gunmetal, which is very nicely detailed. This thing does go forward and backward a little bit. I'm not sure if it's supposed to or not. Mine's kind of loose right here. Unfortunately, you pay so much for this figure, that put so much attention to detail in the figure, that when it comes to the accessories it comes with, excuse me, they don't put that much effort as far as, you know, putting it together and making sure it's done properly and made properly. So the last few things we're going to talk about, I do believe this is his H&K with the compensator right here. I do believe this is from the first movie, or the one he carries in the first part of the movie and the first movie. The slide does go back and forth. I do believe this magazine does come out. There you go. And I do believe this is the first gun that he uses in the first movie and the first part of the second movie before he goes to Rome. I actually have my figure displayed with this one. It just looks very nice with the compensator and the H&K. I do believe it's an H&K P30. I might be wrong with that. I actually didn't go in too much into detail with that, but there you go. And then finally, when I do believe when he gets betrayed by somebody, and I do believe on this, and obviously this is like a movie, so he goes to the Bowery King, and that's when they finally find out that he's worth $7 million. So the Bowery King opens this up, little case. There's a gun and 2 clips right here. So I'm sorry, 2 magazines. The first magazine right there, the second one's right here. So as you can see there, it's a single stack one, so you know it's for a 1911. And I was so curious because at first I was like, what kind of 1911 is in there? Is it even a 1911? Until I finally looked at it. It is a 1911. And I do believe this is Kimber Warrior 1911 that's in there. And so I was like, there's no way that it was a Glock and they made a mistake. No, it's a Kimber 1911, I'm sorry. And the slide does go back and forth. And I actually have this displayed with my figure as well, just to give it like that little oomph in between his, his legs. But I do like that they included that. At first I was like, why? That's kind of pointless. But the box itself is so nicely done, like a nice, nicely detailed. You got the gold for the hinges, and it actually does close up. There you go. It's nice and closed. Like, wow. The detail they put on this is amazing. So that's everything that this figure comes with. As you can see, it comes with a lot of stuff. Kind of overwhelming. Like, when you really think about it, like, what do I want to display my figure? That's why I just kind of, at the end, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to display my figure with the H&K, having kind of like if he was walking, everything else I'm going to put away just in case. And I do have him displayed with this as well, too. So, I mean, obviously, you can display the figure with whatever you want, but it's just too much for me to even think about. So let's just give him this and get on our way, So what we're going to do next now, finally, is get the figure and just take a closer look. Alrighty, folks. So here he is, John Wick. What we're going to do, actually got to move this a little bit forward. Now I'm actually going to move this to the side just right here. Push this up and right about there. Okay. So like we're gonna do it like we do every other figure. We're gonna go from top to bottom, and I'm sorry I have to come sideways, but like I said, this is a good view and a good head sculpt that really looks like Keanu Reeves. The only thing I don't like, I mean, I like that it has. Okay. So I do like that it has a little blood spots right there, and right there, and that his hair is kind of down. Whereas if he didn't have those, his hair would be slicked back. But I wish, excuse me, I wish they would have added another head sculpt where he didn't have the blood marks and his hair was slicked back with this suit. Because, right before he goes in, he looks fresh to death, you know what I mean? And right now it's just, he looks like he's been through it already, but his suit's still so, so fresh and so clean, type of thing. So, I don't know. I really do like that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is that a good good look of, like, does it look like Keanu Reeves, or do they need to work on it a little bit more? It's not like they're gonna print out a second copy of it, but next time they do a figure of Keanu Reeves, do they need to work on it, or is that a good view of him? So going down, you got the shirt right here. So this white part right here on his neck, as you can see, it's actually you can actually pull his head off, and this is actually protecting. I'm actually leaving it there because it's actually protecting his neck from the blue, from the blue shirt, because I believe that the blue shirt's going to stain the neck. So I'm just going to leave it there. But so as you can see there, that plastic thing, that white plastic, is not part of the suit itself. You can take it off if you really would like to, but I'm not going to. So as you can see here, he has a nice button-up shirt, and you can see the little pins right here that easily come off. But anyway, you can see the button-up shirt with the tie there. This is a 3-piece suit, so you can open it up like this. You can see the vest right there with the nice little pockets right here on the side. I'm going to be extra careful with this because I don't want to lose any more pins. I don't even know if those are called pins, but buttons, I guess you can call them. So this is a 3-piece suit. Let's close this up real quick. There's the other 2 buttons right there. Because he does actually say he only wants 2 buttons, doesn't he, on his suit in the movie? And then he has the little pockets right there, which are actually real. You can actually feel like you can actually go in. Same with this one. And then there's a little part where you can actually put a pin right there. So the whole suit's actually very nicely done. And so going to what I was going to say next, actually, before when I said and. So let's put his neck back right here and just kind of put this. There we go. The only thing I don't really like about this suit is that it attracts way too much lint. Anyway, so keep going down. His hands, we're not going to look at him too much. They're all the same, like I said. But one thing I do like about it is sometimes when you get a figure, and I've seen some of them. This is the only one I have where it has a suit on. Actually, I think my Joker has one. There's a different Joker that I have. I'm sorry. I don't want to spoil that one or go, give that up. But so you see that he does have the button up. It's kind of bluish, right? Obviously, it's supposed to be a long sleeve t-shirt, and you can actually tell it's actually right there. There's the long sleeve t-shirt of it. So that is very nicely that it went all the way down. And as you can see here, it does have 4 buttons right here. Unfortunately, give me 1 second. The other side doesn't have it because 2 of them already fell off. And I got them right here on the side of me because they just recently fell off. So I got to pretty much, as soon as I get done recording this video, I got to turn around and try to put those on very carefully because, I might not even try to put them on and just leave them like that. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But the back of it, it does have, I didn't want to show you this before. The back of the little, so you guys, I don't know if you guys know about the 3-piece suits, but the back of the 3-piece suits always has a little part right here where you can actually tie in it. Look, and they actually included that, which very nice detail. And on top of that, the suit right here is actually the same as like if you were wearing a real suit. As you can see here on the pants, the back of the pants, you got the back pockets. You can see the belt. That is very nice detail for them to put on there. And then, going to the belt, that's just nice. That's just, and the undershirt is tucked in. That is some nice detail and work that they put in. Then you got the pants. They're just normal pants for John Wick here for this figure. They're supposed to be tapered, like I said in the movie. Nothing big to it. And then you got the shoes. Nice shoes right there. The only thing I don't like about these pants and these shoes is they're a little bit maybe too much tapered. So every single time you stand them up, you have to really make sure that the pants are covering the top of the shoes, because if not, this is how his leg looks outside. It looks so weird. I mean, he's wearing a sock, you know, but look at that. That looks so weird. That much that's open. And so every single time he's not wearing it and, you know, it's going like this, look, I hate that. And so I always have to be fixing it. So that's one thing that I've noticed about this figure that I don't like is the shoes, you know, the legs, I guess you can say, the joints, and the little buttons that are always falling off. Other than that, this is a great figure. So what we're going to do next now is go over this figure's articulation. Alrighty, folks, so going over this figure's articulation, we're just going to move this to the side here a little bit. Excuse me. And we're going to go from top to bottom. So the base of the head and the top of the neck is actually at you know, there's no movement whatsoever. The only type of movement that there is at the base of the neck, going towards, I guess you could say, the top of the chest area. So there is a 360 turn. I do believe there's a ball joint right there, as you can see there. It moves side to side, up and down. The down one actually looks good, actually. That's like actually looking down fairly nicely. As far as his shoulders, I'm gonna be very, very careful with this, because I do believe this is the one that the buttons already fell off. There kind of seems to be a butterfly joint a little bit. There is a butterfly joint. There you go. Look, you can actually see it now. There's a butterfly joint right there. So it goes forward to about there, and it goes back to about, which is actually kind of far back, actually. Now, I do want to say this figure's arm can go 360, but because of all the stuff that he's wearing, it really hinders it. So, as far as going forward, that's it. There you go. That's it right about there. Maybe a little bit higher. I'm just trying to be very careful. I think I'm going to call it to about there. As far as going back, he goes back to about there. And then, as far as upward, he does have a nice upward one. So, it does go up to about there. Actually, you can push it a little bit more, but after you let it go, it goes down. Now, I do feel that there is a 360 joint or a movement right here at the bicep, but you obviously can't do it. So, there is a little bit of movement, though. There you go. And from what I'm feeling, there is a double bend at the elbow, and you can actually get a good double bend for him. Very nice. As far as the wrist goes, he does have the 360 turn with the up and down. Now, as far as his torso goes, let's go like this. I'm trying to be very careful with them because these buttons come off very easily. There is movement at the torso, actually. There you go. You can see it. I'm actually moving it. So there's a little bit of movement at the torso. He goes down to about there, and he goes back to about there. And I do believe it's actually a ball joint, so you can actually go side to side a little bit. Now, going to his, excuse me, his waist, he does get turned to about there. It gets turned to about there, and there's no movement at the waist side to side. Now, he only moves that much because his undershirt's tucked in. Now, if there was nothing tucked in, I'm pretty sure you can go 360 and, you know, and have at it. So, as far as his legs go now, he can go up fairly high, but then you kind of get that look right there, see? So, he does go up fairly high, though. And then going back, he doesn't get that far back movement because his buttocks right here is obviously hindering it, and it's actually hard plastic, so he hinders it right there. So as far as his, let me move his arm back a little bit. As far as his legs going sideways, you got to pull up his pants a little bit to do it. There you go. He actually gets the 90 pretty much for his legs going sideways, which is very actually nice considering he's wearing you know, a pant there, very nice tight pants. I do believe there's a little bit of movement. Actually, there's actually a 360 joint right here. You can actually feel it. I'm not going to do it because I don't want his knee to end up in the back, but there is a 360 joint right there. Is that just me, or is he wearing? No, that's part of the. That's the pocket. I was like, you can probably feel the boxers that he's wearing. Wow. Anyway, I apologize for that. So his knee does have a double bend, and then the last thing we're going to talk about with this figure, as far as his articulation. You know what I forgot to do in the last one? Oh my god, I was getting good at this. So he does have a ball joint at his ankle, so he does go to about there. He does go down quite a bit, like more than he should, like all the way. And then he does have the side-to-side movement. Let's stand him back up as best as we could, because I forgot to do the tape on him. Jesus. When am I ever going to learn with that? I know there's been a few videos where I completely didn't even do the tape on the figure, and those were like the 1/6 scale ones. And I do believe there was one 1/6 scale, maybe two 6-7 inch figures that I forgot to do. But anyway, here's the tape. Okay. He looks like he's standing about 12 and 1. No, we'll call it 12 and 3/8. Yeah, 12 and 3/8. So. All right, folks, so what we're going to do next now is, so before we go into comparisons, I don't have anything to compare, any figure, not anything. I don't have any figure to compare into. They didn't come out with any more John Wick figures. They didn't come out with, Winston. They didn't come out with the guy in the front desk. The dark-skinned guy, the black man, the African-American man. They didn't come out with him. They didn't come out with, Lawrence's Fishburne character, the Bowery King. They didn't come out with Vigo or his son. No characters Cassian whatsoever has came out yet for John Wick. The only one that we got was John Wick, and from Chapter 2. So I have nothing to compare into. So the only person I'm going to compare into is the last figure I did. So what we're gonna do next now is do a comparison. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. What we're going to do next is do some comparisons. Alrighty, folks. So as far as comparisons go, like I said, I don't have anybody to compare them to other than the last figure I did, which was the Punisher. So we're just going to compare him to the Punisher. Unfortunately, it's like one's an MCU, one's a completely different. But, just kind of put him next to him. You guys can kind of get an idea of a more, realistic look and character next to him. So here's the Punisher next to John Wick. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of look pretty nice next to each other. Now that I'm kind of looking at them, I kind of would want the Jack Reacher, the Tom Cruise one, to kind of put like the main assassins. Like these three would be. I always think to myself. Actually, let me move this here like this. I always think to myself, who would win in a fight? Jack Reacher, John Wick, or the Punisher? Not going too much into it because I know this is not that type of video. This is more of a toy review, but I don't know. That would be a very, very hard one to really say who would win, who wouldn't. They're all masters of their own, skills. You would think that it would be John Wick because he goes for all straight headshots, but maybe Punisher and Jack Reacher knows that, so that they can prepare for that. So I don't know. That would be a nice back and forth to see who would win, and it would also be a good argument to the people who think who would want to know who would win. A lot of people would say John Wick because that's their favorite person. They're not breaking it down with skills and everything. But let me know in the comments down below between, we'll say, the Punisher and John Wick, and if you guys want also Jack Reacher, let me know who do you guys will win in a fight between those three. Now, obviously, if you put him, 3-on-3, it'll be weird. But so let's put it this way: who would win in a fight between John Wick and the Punisher? Who would win in a fight between John Wick and Jack Reacher? And then who would win in the fight between Jack Reacher and I know I don't have Jack Reacher. I'm just saying, and Jack Reacher and the Punisher. This Punisher, not any other Punisher. So I hope you guys like this. Comparison here. I mean, I know it's not something to be like, okay, this is a great comparison because we're seeing, John Wick with another person from the John Wick verse. So I apologize for that. I really do. But if I had something, someone like that to compare him to, I would. Unfortunately, I don't, so Punisher's the next bet. Alrighty, folks, so here he is one last time. John Wick from Hot Toys, released in 2018 or 2019, depending on what you want to say, or what you want to. I guess I say, because the box says 2019, and then the website where I bought them says 2018. So, like I said, this is the John Wick from Chapter 2. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys liked the video, please like and share it. If you guys haven't done so already, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell. If you guys have any questions, anything positive, anything negative, constructive criticism, please comment it down below. Anything helps. I do ask that if you guys watch the videos, please watch them all the way through. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. When you don't watch them all the way through, YouTube thinks they're not good videos, so they don't tend to circulate them so other people can watch them. For those of you that have been watching my videos all the way through and been constantly liking my videos, which is the 1 or 2 people out there, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you to the new subscribers that I've been getting, and thank you for the few people that have been commenting. It has been actually making a difference, and because you can actually tell when you put a few videos out there and it's just you get 1 or 2 likes, a few views, and that's it, as opposed to when you put a video out there you get 30, 40 something likes, starting off. That's how many subscribers I have, and then you get 1 or 2 comments and you get a few likes. You can tell that YouTube circulates them, because then later on you can tell that video has gotten more views. So thank you very much to everybody who's been helping me out and supporting me so far. That being all said, if you guys want an inside scoop before YouTube, head over to my Instagram. I post a picture of the video I'm gonna drop next over there, so head over there, give me a follow, and if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave the link in the description down below. I always have a hard time saying that. Anyway, with all that being said, guys, I really hope you guys liked the video, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.